Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Nintendo fan video. I am back here with a big announcement. Nintendo revealed Bowser's Fury, which is of course the addition to Super Mario 3D World coming to the Nintendo Switch, and it is very exciting. So we're doing another Let's Talk About It. Now for those of you who saw my video for updates on my channel that I put out just a few days ago, in that I did mention that my next video was going to be about the Nintendo Force issue, and that is still true. What we're doing now is this is going out as soon as possible, and that should still be coming out on Monday. So this is an example of me doing extra videos, and in advance, like, I'm looking at the audio right now, and it's a little loud occasionally. I'm sorry if it's kind of jolting levels, but let's get right into this. So it was revealed this morning in kind of a big trailer. We've got a lot to unpack here. Again, the game's coming out February 12th, so I just want to get right into this. A little note is that this is not scripted. Usually I script these videos, but I wanted to get this out as soon as possible because a lot of people are doing this very fast. So I'm just kind of gonna look at it shot by shot right now. So I've already seen the trailer multiple times. It looks amazing. I'm really excited about it. I will elaborate on that a bit more, but let's get right into it. So, first shot, we see that, of course, it's the same kind of shot as before with the kind of Sphinx-centered thing. That was how it was first revealed. But the difference is we see lighthouses shine on it. And I'm looking, and it looks like 4 lighthouses shine on it, possibly more, at least 4. And it breaks free, and we can see it's just a giant Super Bell. Huge, just really big one. And I should note, it also has ears and whiskers, which normal Super Bells don't actually have. But we will talk about it a bit later. It's very rainy. We see essentially the same stuff, but it's got a lot of structures and the lighthouses. So let's move on to the next shot. Of course, it swings around a bit, and then we fade out, and going back in, we see quite a large, massive land. It's quite big, it's sunny, and it really reminds me of World 5 from Super Mario 3D World. In that it's very sea-themed, and it's got a kind of a purple sandy beach color scheme. I really like it. It looks quite big as well, and we do find out it's open world, but let's just cover what we see right now. We're on top of what I believe is a cat lantern tower. Or, no, what am I thinking of? A lighthouse. And of course we see a big expanse. You can see the Sphinx is sort of in the middle of all this. There's the cat gates that we saw before. And the other ones are full of the muck that also is kind of in the left. You can see the big spikes. I don't want to talk about too much right now because we are going to see some of this later. But we can see big land. This looks to be the majority, if not all, of the level. It's of the world, I should say. It looks to be most of it. I have a feeling some of it's hidden behind this tower, but this looks like most of it. See a lot of objects. Then we move on to a lower cut, and you can see Bowser Jr. is following us, which is interesting. We have some Goombas, and they're normal Goombas. There used to be normal Goombas and then cat Goombas, and the cat Goombas were colored orange, but these are actually normal Goombas that are cat themed, and that's going to be a running trend, is that all of the enemies in this like special thing are cat themed. They all have cat ears, and I'm looking at it, and yes, even the seagulls that fly away when you get close have cat ears. This is a very cat themed world. The trees have cat ears. Everything's got cat ears. Anyways, of course we have Cat Mario running through that first cat gate that we went through in the trailer. And then we cut to a different angle, which in this we can see part of like a little what looks to be a course in the water in the background, and some little spot, and he's running up this tower with a lot of different I don't remember what those are called, like ostrich types. And then we're cutting forward a bit, and I believe we see the cat tower that we were on before. And see, this is where it affects it that I am an idiot and I'm not scripting this, is that the cat tower we were on, you can see there, it's pretty much at the edge, so we were seeing most of it. This is the one platforming challenge, and we see Mario collect this red cat coin. Now, I have a theory about these, but I'm going to wait a bit later to say what that is. And of course, a lot of platforming challenges. We're then cutting, there's this quite big kitty in the back left, the left of the background. which I'm a little confused about, but nevertheless, this is obviously in the center because the cat sphinx is here, and it's pretty much just a running shot. We're not seeing too much more except for a lower angle, and we do seem to have full camera control, which is great. Then we see some boomerang bros. We're on a different tower. I can't fully tell which one this is. Yeah, but then we cut to another shot. I'm sorry, this is really rapid. I'm not really super intelligent right now, but nevertheless, in this shot, we actually see there are some like little cat creatures that are cute. We see part of the platforming challenge with the ostriches, or no, sorry, the giraffes. I don't know what to call them. And kind of the moving platforms. We can see that there, and we're moving, and there's an area, of course, with the lake where you ride Plessy. And then we see kind of a floating platform challenge with another cat gate. And I have a feeling the cat gates are to introduce different lighthouses or different areas that you need to complete. But we jump up to this one, and you can see we're getting close to this cat tower here. And there's actually a big red jump up one, which I think is special for this area. Anyway, now we see us riding Plessy, and you can see it is open world. You can kind of ride wherever you want in the water, showing us more of the ice area over there. There's a big platform up top. And I've noticed in the far distance, there's actually this windmill floating structure that I assume you get teleported to or something. Anyway, Plessy is moving a bit. We see there are some extra moves to do with Plessy, I think, now. You can go underwater. And then we see more of that skating one. Mario's collecting more of these cat coins, which there are still normal coins. But we see that riding and skate is one of the things. And then in this shot, this is kind of an invisible block area challenge that we're going through. But the big thing here is that we see this kind of cat star, I would say. I would call the others cat coins, but this looks like a cat star. A big collectible, and we see Mario bump into some invisible blocks. And then we see more of this invisible block challenge at a different angle. And in this one, you can see Plessy's also waiting to be ridden. The Sphinx is over there. And then we're in the windmill tower. Sorry, I'm just really out of it right now. But we're in this windmill tower. Mario's using the propeller box, which is nice to know multiple platforms will be used to go up. And then we see this big stadium that I don't think was in any shots before. I think that was being hidden. But we see Mario get kind of, I don't know what this is. It looks like a spring bounced over there. And there's a tower at the top. Then it cuts to Bowser Jr. And so Bowser Jr., of course, we see the thing kind of rising now. So I think this shot is like about when Bowser's about to pop up, but I don't want to spoil too much so far. Bowser Jr. is helping you out with enemies. I don't know if you can control him with a button, or if he is meant to be co-op. I have a feeling it's just a button, but I don't know for sure. He swipes this little question mark and gives you a boomerang flower. And then we see, I believe we're inside of that little kind of arena that we saw earlier, and we're fighting Pom Pom. Now, I would have to assume that they also had Boom Boom in here, but I don't know for sure. Anyways, it's a normal fight, but Bowser Jr. is helping us here. That's the special thing. And here's the thing that I'm really confused about. Now, this is the cat currency, and Mario's actually collecting it. Now, you'll notice when he collects what I'm calling cat coins, it's just like a normal coin collection, and that's why I'm calling them that, because they're thin, and the game moves on. But when he collects one of these, it's quite, it's a big effect. And I assume that when you get one of these, the lighthouse clears up that was then covered in muck. So these are presumably the biggest, this is like completing the quote-unquote level, since it's open world. It's like getting a star in Super Mario 64 Galaxy and a shine in Sunshine. But it doesn't take you out of it, of course, I don't think. But, I'm wondering what the cat coins are for, whether you collect multiple of them, and that lets you have an extra cat star thing. I'm not sure, or if there's some special currency that'll give you a special thing. Maybe you can only use the lives you gain, or maybe they're the only things that can gain you lives. I don't know, but I guess we'll have to see. Over behind us, we see there's actually this big foot jump. I don't know what those blocks are called. When you jump, they spring you up. We can see there's a lot of those in that area over there, so that'll be a specific platforming challenge. Anyway, Mario collects it. Bowser Jr. appears next to him. We see a different shot, which is near Plessy. It looks like you can get off Plessy pretty much anywhere. I'm a little confused on where we are, but you see some Bowser blocks over there, which I'm interested in how you're meant to break those. And there's a cat sign that tells you to go up, so presumably that's a tower you're going to have to climb. And it is near the Sphinx. This looks like the tower with the platforming challenges. But let's move on. Mario gets into a shell and knocks 2 Goombas. And then we start to see this big spike in the background that's been here the whole time start to rise up. We see Mario running around the arena with what I think is Pom Pom inside. Then you start to see it. These little cute cats are there. And now we start to see it really release. And there's another arena here, very far away, that I'm wondering, is that Pom Pom's arena or is that a different arena? But sorry, we'll keep moving on. So it, of course, juts up into the sky and breaks out, and I gotta say, I love this Bowser. It looks amazing. It's so threatening. It's great. And when the music kicks in here, fantastic. I love the normal music as well. It's very cheery. It's nice. It's very reminiscent of the original game, but it's got its own twist. And then the Bowser just comes. He's so threatening, and the music is just so, like, big fight. So we see all these spikes running around, and I noticed the cat coins are still there. So the cat coins have to have some purpose other than waking him up, because I'm assuming that he wakes up as you're completing and getting the cat stars, but the cat coins are going to have some other use, but I really don't know what they are. Maybe they're to control Bowser Jr. I'm really curious about that. But anyway, these big spikes are falling, and it's raining now, so that's why it was originally raining. And we see that everything is kind of turned evil. Even these ambient cats are evil now. Plessie is still here, helping you run away from Gargantuan Bowser, as I'll call him. And, wow, geez, this is amazing. I do note that we still see one of the lighthouse towers kind of mucked up, which I'm a little confused by. I'm wondering if he wakes up partway through and you still have to do some of the challenges while dealing with him. Because I think that once you've completed all the lighthouses, it wakes up the big super, I'll call it a super bell. I don't know, super cat bell. And that allows you, well, I won't spoil it yet, but yeah, you've probably already watched the trailer if you come here, but nevertheless. There's this big gold spike. I assume these are just some of the things that rain down, help you get some extra coins. Again, I'm really confused because you can get coins, but you can also get those special cat coins. But anyway, we can see the cat bell wakes up, and like originally we saw that it woke up because of the lighthouses. So perhaps you still have to do some lighthouses when Bowser's awake. Maybe something specific triggers it. I don't know. Anyway, the big cat bell wakes up, and we can see that it's Mario's goal to run there. He actually doesn't have a cat suit right now. And I'm seeing that I'm wrong. Let's rewind that a bit. In the thing where he's running to the cat suit, we can actually see that that one lighthouse tower is still mucked up. So it's possible that you only need a certain amount of lighthouse towers to wake up the cat bell, or it just randomly wakes up by itself. I'm a little confused on that, but we'll see. Some cute cheeps with those ears. Mario, of course, is running away from Bowser. We have that sweet camera angle, and then he gets the Super Cat Bell, and you can see he has this transformation to what many are calling Goku Cat Mario. I think this looks amazing. It's just such a giant kaiju battle. The cinematics are amazing. I do hope that this isn't like the full end, because we still see that cat tower mucked up. But I hope that there's a big battle against him, and that this campaign is a little longer than it looks, because if we've seen all what's happening, it's going to be fairly short. And then we cut out to Bowser's Fury, and I'm still astounded by this. I just think this looks amazing. It's definitely worth me buying it. I was probably going to anyway, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, no, this is great. I love the whole theming of it. The whole experience just looks great. It's like they've taken everything that makes 3D World special and then put a little more of that true 3D Mario flair into it, and it just looks so good. So yeah, I believe that's the end of the trailer, and I'm still just stunned. So my main questions are cat coins, what are they supposed to do? How do you wake up Bowser? And what is needed to actually beat him or wake up the cat bell and complete the game? Because we saw that at least one, if not two, mucked up lighthouse towers, which really confused me, because I'm like, are not all of them needed? It's very odd. And then my other main question that I haven't really thought about yet is, when will this world be unlocked? A lot have theorized that it's going to be end of the game since Bowser's looking even more threatening, and it would be kind of anticlimactic to have him do this afterward. It could be a separate thing. I don't know. It really seems like, from a gameplay standpoint, sorry, it does seem like this is an after you've completed it. But at the same time, it's a bit short. I don't know. It's really hard. My main theory is that, well, and I'm just thinking of this now, so it's going to be really not well thought out, so I'm sorry about that. But my main theory here is that Bowser, when you beat Meowser, of course the fairies build you a rocket up to space. So what if in this case, the fairies also build you a gateway in World 5? Because this world is very sea themed, and like just the general visuals of it look very much like World 5 in Super Mario 3D World. So I'm thinking, what if, of course in World 1 they build you the rocket, what if either like they build you a gate to this land, or you, like, a gate is unlocked, like something happens where you see Bowser fall, and perhaps this pipe is created by the fairies or something. Because it does seem like it'll be after the game. I do think it'll be before any of the Galaxy Worlds. I would love to have this unlock earlier. I do really hope that you can access it through the main campaign, because I get that this is probably single player, but I hope it's not just a menu option, because that would be really disappointing. I would love to have this be connected through the hub world somehow. But yeah, that's pretty much all for me. This was quite a long video. I'm just really excited for this in general. I think it looks great. I hope it's a decent amount of content. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on this are. If you're going to get Super Mario 3D World because of this, in general, whether you're excited for it. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.